Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. I wanted to share with you finishing up this order for a customer that I've been working on milling. And if you've seen some of the more recent videos, you've seen me working on this order of 1x6s and 1x8s. So I have all the wood milled. I've got most of it stacked and stickered and strapped, but as I've been finishing it up, I thought about sharing a video with you on how I sticker, strap, and stack this lumber so you can kind of see how I do it. I've had some people ask questions about the strapping and the stickering, so I figured I would just share a video on that to show you how I do it. This is all of the 1x6s, all the 1x8s are already strapped and stacked up by my trailer because we're going to be delivering this wood. I just finished sticking and stacking this here, so I'm going to strap this. I'll show you how I do that. And the reason I'm stacking and strapping them in small bundles is because I'm delivering this wood. So when I deliver it, I want to be able to unload the trailer with the customer on the other end, who's also a friend. He'll be able to help me unload the trailer by hand if I bundle these in manageable stacks. So in these stacks, there's only 15 boards each stack, so we'll be able to unload them off the trailer by hand, and he'll be able to leave them stickered and won't have to unstrap them in order to unload it. I'm gonna go get this strapped up and I'll show you how that works. So first I'll show you my small kit for strapping that I have. I bought all of this on Amazon. If anyone wants to know where I got it or the links for that, I will share them with. So this is a ratchet for ratcheting the straps. You just put the straps through here and the other end on here, and it ratchets it tight. You got these metal buckles that buckles the straps together. And then of course the strapping. And I just keep it in a bucket so it doesn't unwind itself and make a big mess. I do have a new roll of strapping that I'll be switching to at some point on a nice wheeled carrier. So I will be moving away from this bucket, but I'm going to use this roll up first. It's the same strapping system, it's just a different way to carry it around. So the first thing, of course, is going to be putting the strapping around the pile. So I always put my straps right over the same spot where the stickers are, so this way when I tighten it, it doesn't flex the boards and it keeps the boards straight and flat. Strapping around and over, and then I just make a little loop. So you grab your buckle here, there's the poly strap, you run it through underneath, and then you wrap it around that. So now the strap is coming through and wrapped around one side, and then you basically do the same thing with the other side. You just pull the other end through, you make a loop, and you don't cut it yet, so you leave it long, right out of the bucket. You pull the loop through the buckle, through the other side. Hopefully you can see that with the sun here. And then you wrap that loop around the other end of the metal buckle. And then you pull it a little bit tight so it doesn't come apart, and then I always pull it over to the other end so the buckle is on the end of the stack, just like that. So now it's pulled tight enough where it's not going to come apart, but it's tight enough I can still get my finger underneath it, and that's important because I still need to get my ratchet underneath here. So then the way the ratchet works is when you squeeze this all the way, you'll see this little pad lift up, and that allows you to put the strap in here, and the other end of the strap goes underneath here. I'll turn the camera around so you can see it. First you squeeze it all the way, you put the strap underneath that little pad, that little foot, you put the other part of the strap underneath there, and I like to put the ratchet right about in the middle of the stack, about a foot or so away from the buckle, because you're going to need some room to ratchet it. Then you let go, and now it's tight, and the pad is gripped onto the poly strapping. Then you take the other end of the loose end of the strapping, you run it through here, run it inside of this, and this is the cutter, and that cutter engages when you push this all the way down. So you want to put this in there first. Once you put it in there, you don't want to push down on this again until you're ready to cut the line, or cut the strapping, because that's what that's going to do. Then you put the next part in through this ratcheting part here. You can even move it so it's in a position where it makes it easy. You put it into the slots here so it comes straight through, and then I hold on to one end of it with my fingers while I'm ratcheting so it pulls it tight. Now when you ratchet, you can see that it's pulling the buckle. You can see it's pulling it tight. And so I watch it as I go. And then if you can see that the strapping's actually pulling through the other side and it's starting to pull off to the side. I'll come over here and I'll hold it so it stops doing that, because otherwise it could slide off the end of the buckle. And then I'll go till I feel it's tight enough where it's either about to slide off the end or it looks like it's gonna potentially break. And you just push all the way down on the ratchet, hold it down, and then you pull it out. One corner, the other corner, and that's it. Now you get a nice tight strap. Now I'm gonna do one in the middle, right in the section where the stickers are, right in the middle, and then do one on the other end. And then I'm gonna do 3 on this stack. I usually do 3 on most stacks because I want to have a strap on each end and then one in the middle. This way, if you don't have pulling on either end of the stack causing it to bow without having some compression in the middle. So I'm squeezing the 2 ends in the middle, hoping to keep the whole stack straight. If you squeeze just the ends, it could potentially cause the middle to bow out. Also, the stickers will be loose in the middle of the stack when you do that. And if you only just squeeze in the middle or just 2 in the center, you could have the ends bowing out, loosening the stickers on the ends, so the stickers will fall out, and also the wood will end up drying all bowed like that, which you want to avoid. So again, bring my bucket over and just pull the strapping out of that. It's all coiled up, of course, because it was tightening it up around that wheel before. So you just pull that out. Grab another metal buckle. Sometimes the biggest challenge of this is getting the strap around the stack, especially when you're doing the middle one. This one's not too bad because I can almost reach around it, but when you get a nice big stack, when you get your stack, when you're stacking, you want to think about making sure you'll be able to reach behind it and underneath it to put your strapping on. I've had enough times where I didn't think ahead and stacked and stickered my wood in a way where I couldn't get to the other side of it, and it makes it really hard to be able to get your strapping around it. So same thing, loop it on one side of the buckle, pull your other end around, make a loop, stick it through, wrap it around the other side of the buckle, squeeze it down to release that little pad, put it underneath, let go, slide it through the cutter, put it around the ratcheting wheel, or in the ratcheting wheel slot, hold on to it, get it ratcheting nice and tight. You want to keep the strapping nice and straight through the whole system here. So keep the strapping straight up and down on top of each other here, as well as lined right up straight in the tool as well, otherwise it'll slide out. So you keep ratcheting it, and then I'll go over here and I'll sometimes hold on to this like I was saying, keep it from moving out. And that's it. I can see it pulling, so much tension, it's actually starting to pull out from the other side. I know that's as tight as I can get it. Squeeze down and cut, slide it out. That's it. Now we'll get this end one more time, wrap it around. The ends are nice and easy because you can get around the ends if you put your bunks underneath in the middle. That's another thing, is when you're stacking your wood on bunks, you want to make sure you don't stack and put the bunks or any sort of stickers underneath where you're going to be putting the strapping, otherwise you won't be able to get to it. You want to be able to make it so you can wrap it all the way around and around. Slide it out. If you do have any questions about how I do the strapping, anything I missed in this video, please put those down in the comment section below and I will do my absolute best to answer those questions for you. So I just like to do these videos when I get things figured out and I get a good system down, share it with other people, and hopefully maybe it'll help you out. At the same time, if you're looking at my system and you see anything that maybe I could do better or improve on this, please let me know down in the comment section below. It'd be great to share it with me and other people that are watching. This way it might help other people out as well. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing for more videos like this on the channel. Hit that bell notification so you get notified when we put out new videos. If you like this video, please hit that like button. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay cool. Most importantly, stay happy. Take care, you guys. We'll see you all in the next video.